Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video, I want to talk to you about trauma. So this was an article that came out of Salt Lake City, Utah, and I'll put a link to the article in the description for this video. But it says a father and stepmother are facing several felony charges after they reportedly locked two children in rooms and physically abused and humiliated them as punishment. So this article is about a licensed clinical mental health counselor who says the trauma follows children for years. Yeah, that's true. And I reason I say that's true is because we speak to so many families. I mean, over the last 10 years, literally thousands of families have called us. And when there's an adult child who's suffering, typically the underlying cause is some type of trauma, physical trauma, sexual trauma, trauma from other types of sources, but it's normally trauma. And when the families explain to us the kind of things that their loved one is doing, their adult child, they say, well, we don't understand. Why are they doing this? Why can they not stop? And the reason is that they are suffering from trauma and they're literally in full-on crisis mode. They're literally trying to survive hour by hour, day by day, week by week, month by month. And it's the underlying trauma that is the problem. And a lot of the time when we triage a case, and what I mean by that is when we spend some, significant time talking to a family about the history, what's been going on here, what we inevitably find is that somewhere along the line, there was trauma. And interestingly enough, we were actually, Audra and I, my wife and I were meeting, we were at a facility that does brain scans and stuff, and the facility there was dealing with somebody who, I think she was late teens, and she'd been suffering from depression for a long time. And when they did a brain scan, one of the things they found was, I guess when she was much younger, preteen, and she'd been on a ride at Disney World, apparently she'd suffered whiplash. And it must have been a somewhat, albeit minor, concussive episode, and that apparently triggered it. Now, I'm not a clinician, but that's what they told me. The point I'm trying to make is that there's all kinds of different traumas that can cause a problem. And so if you have a loved one who is suffering and your family is suffering and you want to talk about what options may or may not be available to you, legal or non-legal, give us a call. I'd be happy to talk to you. I'm interested to see what we can do to help you. If you have any comments or questions about this video, or you disagree with me, I get that pretty frequently. People saying, oh, no, especially when it comes to talking about things like legalized marijuana. But you get my idea, right? If you have a comment or question, I'm interested to hear what you have to say. If you want me to make a video about an issue that you are seeing in your family, I'd be happy to do that. Just post it. I read all of the comments, and I typically respond within 24 hours. If you like this content, please give me a thumbs up. They tell me it helps with the algorithm. And if you want more of this content, which I'm putting out daily, sometimes twice daily, please subscribe to the channel. And with that said, I will see you in our next video. Bye-bye.